cleaner, and there is almost a silence that soothes you and makes you feel like you are experiencing a hidden version of life that is not available to those who stay in bed longer. This exterior environment matters because our senses pick up on it. Our eyes see the sunrise, our lungs take in fresher oxygen, our ears catch the sounds of birds and gentle breezes. Instead of cars honking or people rushing around, all of these external signals prepare your body to feel refreshed and awake. They ground you in a natural rhythm that humans have been aligned with for thousands of years. Long before technology changed our schedules, people rose with the sun and slept with the night, because that is how our bodies were designed to function. The beauty of the morning exterior becomes a silent teacher. It reminds you that life is about rhythm, balance, and harmony. And when you align yourself with this exterior world, you instantly feel like you are part of something bigger. Shifting to the interior side, waking up early has a much deeper impact than many people imagine. When you wake up early, your mind feels less cluttered, your thoughts feel sharper, and you have this sense of calm that you rarely experience if you jump out of bed late and already feel rushed. In short, the interior effect is about mental clarity and emotional balance. When you rise early, you give yourself the gift of time. You do not feel like the world is pulling at you. Yet, there are no endless notifications or urgent messages demanding your attention. It is just you, your breath, your mind, and maybe your goals or dreams. This short but powerful window of peace makes your interior world stronger. It teaches you patience, discipline, and self-awareness. Even if you spend the first hour just sipping tea, stretching, or sitting quietly, you will notice how the rest of the day becomes lighter, easier, and less stressful because your interior state was prepared in peace rather than chaos. Performance is another massive benefit that cannot be ignored because waking up early has a direct connection with how much you can achieve in your day. Productivity experts, athletes, entrepreneurs, and leaders across the world often credit their success to starting their mornings early. The logic is simple. If you wake up early, you create extra hours in the day that are distraction-free. These hours become your golden time to work on the most important things, whether it is fitness, business, learning, or creative projects. In fact, research shows that the brain is most alert and focused in the morning after proper sleep, which means your ability to process information, solve problems, and think creatively is at its peak. This is why performance shoots up when you start early. Think about how often you leave tasks unfinished simply because you ran out of time later in the day. But imagine if you started with those tasks in the morning, you would not only complete them with higher quality, but also carry the momentum into everything else you do. Performance is not just about doing more. It is about doing things better with energy, focus, and consistency. And that is exactly what waking up early allows. Safety is a word we usually associate with cars, buildings, or technology. But when it comes to lifestyle habits, safety means protecting your health, your mind, and your future. Waking up early contributes to safety in multiple ways. It improves your sleep cycle, which ensures that your body gets proper rest. Good sleep protects you from health risks such as obesity, high blood pressure, heart issues, and stress disorders. When you are an early riser, you are less likely to stay awake at unhealthy hours, scrolling on your phone, or watching meaningless content, which not only ruins sleep, but also increases anxiety. Emotionally, you feel safer too, because when your mind is calm and well rested, you are better at handling stress and avoiding emotional burnout. And socially, waking up early gives you time to plan your day, reduce mistakes, and prevent accidents that come from rushing or being distracted. Think of how many times people get into trouble simply because they were running late or half asleep. Safety in this context is about giving yourself the foundation of discipline and rest so your mind and body remain healthy in the long run. One of the most exciting things about waking up early is its unique selling points, the qualities that make it stand out as a lifestyle choice compared to others. First of all, waking up early gifts you solitude time alone when the world is quiet, and this solitude is priceless because it allows creativity and deep focus to bloom. Whether you are a writer, a thinker, a business person, or simply someone trying to figure out your next step, that silence becomes your power. Another unique point is that waking up early naturally teaches you discipline and self-control, because the act of getting out of bed when it feels easier to stay in bed builds resilience. That discipline does not stop there. It extends into the way you eat, the way you exercise, the way you approach work, and even the way you manage relationships. You start becoming someone who follows through rather than procrastinates. Another point is the mental edge you gain, because when you start the day earlier, you feel ahead of others, not in a competitive or arrogant way, but in a confident way. You feel like you own your time instead of being owned by it. And finally, another selling point is the emotional satisfaction of enjoying mornings, fully seeing the sunrise, enjoying the calm, and knowing you are making use of the most beautiful part of the day. Of course, we must talk about the price of waking up early, because every habit has a cost, and in this case, the cost is not financial but personal. The price is discipline, consistency, and a willingness to sacrifice certain comforts. You cannot stay up late scrolling endlessly on social media or binge watching shows. If you want to rise early, you must pay the price of going to bed earlier, of respecting your sleep schedule, and of resisting temptations that pull you away from your goal. For many people, this is a challenge because late night habits are deeply rooted. But if you think about it, every valuable thing in life requires a cost. Athletes pay with training, entrepreneurs pay with risk. Artists pay with practice, early rising demands. You pay with discipline and self-control. But when you compare the price with the benefits, it is clear that the cost is small and the return is enormous, because what you get is energy, clarity, productivity, health, and peace of mind, which are far more valuable than a few hours of late night entertainment. In conclusion, waking up early in the morning is not just a habit, it is a lifestyle transformation. It is about aligning yourself with the natural rhythm of life, where mornings symbolize freshness, new beginnings, and opportunity. The exterior gives you the beauty of a calm world. The interior gives you clarity and peace. Performance benefits make you sharper and more productive. Safety features protect your health and emotional well-being. Unique selling points set you apart with discipline and confidence. And the price, though real, is small compared to the incredible returns you get from this habit. Waking up early is the kind of practice that does not just change your mornings, it changes your entire life, from the way you feel about yourself to the way you interact with others and the way you chase your dreams. So if you are looking for one simple step to shift everything in your favor, start with your mornings, because when you win the morning, you win the day. And when you win enough days, you start winning at life itself. Waking up early is the door to that victory, and it is a door that is always open if you have the courage and discipline to walk through it.